Dear students, now I am going to teach the topic junction field effect transistor, JFET. There are two types of JFET, N-channel JFET and P-channel JFET. Okay. Now let us see the construction, operation and characteristics of these two types of JFET. Okay. See, N-channel JFET. For the N-channel JFET, initially N-type substrate is taken. Okay. So one end is drain, another end is source. Okay. At the opposite sides, P-type region is formed by doping the P-type impurities. Both the sides are shorted, which will form the gate. In between two P-type region, N-channel is formed. That's why it is N-channel JFET. Okay. Here, three terminals: gate, drain, and source. Gate is the controlling terminal. Drain is the terminal through which the majority carriers are leaving from the channel. Source is the terminal through which majority carriers are entering into the channel. Okay. Here, N-channel JFET, the majority carriers are electrons. So, because of the flow of electrons, the current conduction taking place. Okay. Then, P-channel JFET. Here, initially, P-type semiconductor bar is taken. At the two ends, drain and source is formed. At the opposite sides, N-type region is formed by doping N-type impurities. Both the sides are shorted, which will form the gate. In between two N-type region, P-channel is developed. That's why it is P-channel JFET. Here also three terminals: gate, drain, and source. Gate is the controlling terminal. Source is the terminal through which the majority carriers are entering into the channel. Drain is the terminal through which majority carriers are leaving from the channel. Here, P-channel, the current conduction is due to holes, right? The majority carriers are holes, so the current conduction is due to the flow of holes. Okay. Then, this is the symbol of N-channel JFET. This is the symbol of P-channel JFET. Okay. Next, let us see the operation of N-channel JFET and P-channel JFET. See here. See, between drain and source, VDD supply is given. Between gate and source, VGG supply is given. Okay. So biasing is applied for the JFET. Here, for the drain, positive supply is given. For the source, negative supply is given. So in N-channel, so this is the N-type region. The majority carriers are electrons. Electrons are having the negative charge. So the electrons are, more electrons are there, right? So electrons are having the negative charge. So the electrons are attracted by the positive supply. In the side, the electrons are repelled by the negative supply. So the electrons are flowing in this direction. Okay. And to control the current flow, VGG can be adjusted. Let us see how. See, the negative supply is given to P-type region. Positive is given to the N-type region. Is it not? So, that is reverse bias. For the P-type negative, for the N-type positive, that is reverse bias. Under reverse bias, at the PN junction, depletion region width increases. Got it? Similarly, this side also depletion region width increases because of the reverse bias. Okay. So, if depletion region width increases means the channel width will be reduced. Is it not? If channel width reduces means number of electron flow through the channel will be reduced. So the current flow reduced. By increasing VGG, the current flow can be reduced. Thing is that by adjusting VGG, the current flow can be adjusted. Okay. Similarly, for P-channel JFET, between gate and source VGG is given, between drain and source VDD is given. So for the drain, negative supply is given, for the source, positive supply is given. Here, in P-type region, the majority carriers are holes. Okay, right? So holes are having the positive charge. So the holes are attracted by the negative supply. The holes are repelled by the positive supply. So the holes are flowing in this direction. And to control the current flow, VGG can be adjusted. Okay. See, here positive supply is given to N-type region. The negative supply is given to the P-type region. This is reverse bias, right? So at the junction, the depletion region width will be increased. This is the PN junction, N-type region, P-type region, so PN junction. So depletion region width increases. Okay, so if depletion region width increases, the channel width will be reduced. So number of holes flow through the channel will be reduced, right? So the current flow reduced, right? By increasing VGG, the current flow can be reduced. Okay, right? So thing is that, so by adjusting VGG, current flow can be adjusted. Okay. Next, let us see the circuit diagram. This is for the N channel JFET. This is for the P channel JFET. Okay. See. So this is the input side. This is the output side. Okay. See, at the input side, gate to source voltage is measured. At the output side, drain to source voltage and drain current is measured. Okay. There are two characteristics: drain characteristics and transfer characteristics. Drain characteristics plotted between the output parameters VDS and ID. VGS will be constant. Okay. See, if initially if you are increasing VDS, so the ID also increases. Is it not? In the ohmic region. This is the ohmic region. Okay. In the ohmic region, if you are increasing VDS, ID also increases. Okay. And if you are increasing VDS further, ID, the drain current become constant, is it not? Right? So that voltage is known as pinch off voltage. So pinch off voltage is defined as the voltage VDS at which drain current ID become constant. That voltage is known as pinch off voltage VP. Okay? And if you are increasing VDS further, so in this region ID is constant. That region is called as saturation region. Again, if you are increasing VDS, so breakdown occurs. After occurring the breakdown, current increases. But we should not operate the device in this breakdown region. If you are operating the device in this region, the device will be damaged. Right? The next one is transfer characteristics. Here, transfer characteristics is product between VGS and ID. VDS will be constant. Okay. So here, in the second quadrant, for the N channel JFET, transfer characteristics is plotted. So if VGS is increased, so drain current is decreased, is it not? Right? So the negative VGS, the voltage between gate and sources increased means, okay, the drain current is decreased, is it not? Okay. Here drain to source voltage is maintained as constant. Here 10 volt is maintained. Okay. Then similarly for P channel JFET, see, this is the circuit diagram of P channel JFET. This is the input side. At the input side, gate to source voltage is measured. Output side, drain current ID and drain to source voltage VDS is measured. Here, this is the drain characteristics. Drain characteristics plotted between VDS and ID, and VGS will be constant. For the P channel JFET, drain characteristics is plotted in the second quadrant. Here also three regions: ohmic region, saturation region and breakdown region. Then transfer characteristics for P channel JFET, so which is plotted in the first quadrant. Here transfer characteristics is plotted between VGS and ID. VDS will be constant. Okay. Then ID, okay, drain current ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS by VP the whole square. So ID is the drain current, IDSS is the saturated drain current, VGS is gate to source voltage, VP is pinch off voltage. Then the parameters, JFET parameters can be found from the characteristics. JFET parameters are drain resistance, transconductance and amplification factor. Drain resistance RD is equal to delta VDS divided by delta ID. VGS is constant, which is found from the drain characteristics. Okay. So it is a ratio between drain resistance, it is a ratio between change in drain to source voltage to drain current, change in drain current. Okay. At VGS constant. Then transconductance, it is denoted by GM. It is the ratio between change in drain current to change in gate to source voltage. VDS is constant. So which is measured from the transfer characteristics. Okay. Next one is amplification factor. It is denoted by mu, which is equal to GM into RD. Okay, if you are multiplying drain resistance and transconductance, we will get the amplification factor. Okay, thank you.